Rubbish.
Get right here, man.
Funky.
Yo, what's going on, people? What's good?
What's good?
It's time for your weekly edition of the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
I tell you what, people, it's been a big week for news still. And like I told you before, it's not just a Man United Central show. You know, we're going to be talking about all things over the Premier League. And what do you think? But first of all, you know what, let's dive a little bit into, obviously, our problems. You know, it's a show. How you been, Bots? How you been this week?
How I've been this week, Joe? We played Copenhagen this week. How dare you gonna ask me how I've been this week?
You know what? I'll tell you something, bro. Yeah, if there's one thing I have to say, yeah, that result.
I never expected it.
Bro, when are we gonna win, Joe? When are we gonna win? The boys,
bro, we better win today, bro. We better win today. If we don't beat Luton Town, then what are we? Yeah, what are we?
we're in the wrong competition indeed, man. I can't believe that the boys went to Denmark, all the way to Denmark, and came back empty-handed with a red card and a couple of posts. We hit the post and a couple of like subjective calls, but VAR refereeing that was a little not in our favor, a lot not in our favor.
That's something that we're gonna have to get into, bro. That's something that we're gonna have to talk about today because honestly,
before.
Go on, you speak.
No. I want to hear your quick take too on the game because, like, it's like, you know, we never actually talked about it, you know. So
do you know the funny thing is, I actually liked our performance because I thought our heads was gonna. Well, our heads did dip as soon as we lost Rashford, didn't we? Yeah, we got 2 goals in the space of 10 minutes. That's ridiculous. Yeah, stupidness. Yeah. But with me, I actually like the fact that, you know, they obviously rallied round at half time and decided to come back out and put in a good performance. Usually Man United's heads drop, and I was enjoying the performance up until, you know, a couple more bad decisions. Yeah, and that's something that I can't buy for. The team is starting to, I hate this, everybody is saying this word lately, but capitulation FC. Yeah. Capitulation.
Yes. Yeah. And 20-minute FC. We've been that. But actually, to be fair, we had the best 20 minutes I've seen all season. You know,
where the very first 20 minutes, aren't you? Yeah. But got 2 goals early.
That was like, is this really true? Is this script really true? Right? You know, for me. And then I want to also like echo what you said. It's like the team mentality. You cannot, even though we lost, you cannot leave that performance saying the team mentality is down, because we saw 10 men fight, you know, and show resolve and actually go 1 goal ahead. They just couldn't see it through the, you know, obviously at the end of the game. But that response for me showed me that, these guys haven't down tools yet, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was. Listen, that's the only thing that I was grateful for from that performance, isn't it? Yeah, obviously the result got me real upset, but what can I say? That's Man United. Yeah, you get you excited for 2 minutes and then upset you for the rest of the day, or the rest of the week even. Yeah, they put a good performance today at Luton Town. But anyway, that's enough about Man United. It is what it is. Listen, you know what? What would be your first thing of this week that you would say is good?
Ooh, okay. First thing that's good. We obviously, I think we have to look a little further away from Man United for the good thing, because something that really touched me happened this week where, you know, Luis Diaz's father was in captivity for about 13 days or something like that. He was kidnapped, and it was such a very, very special moment to see Luis Diaz able to just spread a message, you know, that message of that plea, really, you know, in when he scored, was it versus Luton Town? I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And you know, that thing, bro, you know, it's very, very, it touches me in a special way, because I I'm somebody that can relate to being abroad and being away from your family, and then having a problem that you're so powerless, a problem that you have no agency over, a problem where you pretty much just have to, the best thing you can do is wait and stay focused on yourself and what you're doing. And really, really big up to Luis Diaz for being able to just step up and focus and perform, and score that all important goal. But it's obviously even better the fact that now his dad has been released. Oh,
you know what? For real.
Yeah, man.
I will have to say, you know what? Yeah, the one thing I admire about him is the fact that he could stay professional and come out and play a game, because I don't know if I could do that. thinking about my dad or my mom being kidnapped. Just the state of mind that you must be in a situation like that. Do you know what I mean?
It's very, very intense. And I want to also just add on to this by saying Chelsea legend Jordan Obi Mikel, he's been in a situation like this before. I heard an interview about when he was actually talking about it and saying his father has been kidnapped twice, in his playing career. And actually the second time when it happened, it was when he was in the World Cup in Russia. And it's happening to his father in Lagos and in Nigeria. I'm not sure if it was in Lagos exactly, but the point is he found out, he got a phone call, Joe, 2 hours before the game. You're playing against Messi. You are out of the group stages, okay? You're playing against Messi 2 hours before. And it's a phone call from the brother saying, hey, it's happened again. Unbelievable. And so he decided to consider even, he's like, this is very big news. I do not even want to tell my coach. I don't want to tell my teammates. He kept it to himself after about half an hour or so of contemplating.
Really?
And, bro, he kept it to himself and played through the game, and they obviously, they did not win that game, but after he revealed it afterwards.
Well, maybe that was a mistake then, yeah? Because at the end of the day, your head is elsewhere. This is the thing. People talk, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's something crazy to be going through on your own. You know what? This might be a good segue into men's mental health, yeah, people? Because you know what?
Yeah.
People talk. Why are you going to act like nothing's happening? One of your people's just got kidnapped. It's going to affect your game. There is no way that you could find out some sort of news like that, like 24 hours, 40, even
2 hours. 2 hours before kickoff.
You said 2, but even 24 hours before. The mind is going crazy. What's happened to them? Are they dead? Has somebody done other things to them? Who knows where they're going? Yeah. Did they want money, or did they just want to do something bad? Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. And I want to close that button on Obi Mikel by saying that what impressed me about also that story was the fact that Roman Abramovich, who was the owner of Chelsea at that time, he even offered to say to him, he said, hey, bro, do you want me to send some people over to Nigeria because I can get your dad? What kind of, first of all, that kind of ownership and care where an owner goes to that extra level of just being like, I care about your mental well-being so much that I'll go above and beyond. I'm not just your owner. Do you think a Glazer would ever say some words like that?
Hey, didn't we get Tevez out of a mess though? Didn't we get Tevez out of a mess, fam? And then he snaked up Man City. Don't you remember that?
No, well,
Anyway,
the Tevez one is kind of different.
No, let's dip that one. Yeah, say a big up to Lucas, bro, because he just donated $14.99 to the KG fund. So just say
big up, Lucas.
I'll tell you what, yeah. Let's jump into the second thing. The bad. Yeah,
the bad.
Now,
what's bad for you, bro?
For me, I chose the bad this week, people. The bad is definitely this foolishness. VAR, people. Come on, let's talk about VAR. How do you feel about VAR right now, bots? Because I feel, honestly, I'm like, either just get rid of it. Just literally just get rid of it, because it ain't working until the technology can get better, until you can get more cameras on the field. Yeah, just get rid. Do you understand what I mean by that? Yeah, because the technology isn't good enough so far. Yeah, to deal with honest decisions. Yeah, that Arsenal decision, the Man United decision, the decision last week with Wolves. Like, there's been so many decisions that's gone stupid, and they have to. I feel like VAR needs to apologize literally every week. Yeah,
I know.
Every week.
It's laughable sometimes, Joe, because last time I checked, VAR stood for video assistant referee. But as the assistant is not assisting, it's like when you look at it, there's obviously in any game there's subjective and objective calls, but the whole intention of employing this refereeing and this technology is supposed to be to limit and to like reduce the number of subjective calls and make it a little bit more objective. That's why when we're watching, talking about a World Cup, when having semi-automated refereeing where AI is involved and you're not having to rely on people drawing lines. Are they drawing them in the right angle? Are they drawing it, on the
wrong.
thing that, we need to get VAR to really assist and not.
No. The way I see it, yeah, if we can't have bird's eye view for everything, they even need AI assisted technology where they can make 3D image. I don't know if anybody's watched cricket, yeah, but they do those they do those 3D images where they kind of like that's where the ball is, and then come on, like, can't we do that? Football's got way more money than cricket. Seriously.
And football can also take a page from rugby as well. The way they just need to do a case study and just go and learn. Send all these VAR officials and go and learn.
Not only that as well, yeah. You know what I would like to hear? Because in rugby as well, yeah. And I think in American football too, you hear what the referees are saying, isn't it?
Yes.
You hear what the referees I want to hear what the referee's saying.
Right.
They're chatting rubbish. They're chatting rubbish, yeah? I want to hear the foolishness that made that decision. That's what I want to hear, yeah?
Release the tapes. Make them live. We want to hear them live.
Yes, live on the spot, man, because I know you, man, are making some foolish call. Why are you telling him to go over to the why are you going over to check the monitor, yeah, for our penalty decision, but you didn't go and check it for theirs? Just gave a straight penalty. No argument, yeah? You can see there's corruption, bro, but you know what? As a fan, I can say it, innit, yeah? My manager might not be able to say it, but as a fan, I can say it. I think there's full corruption. When you need to get like when you're playing a team, when you're going into UFC, in the Champions League, right? You need to, I think they should employ a referee from a whole different country.
No. You're raising a bigger question of like, why do we see this diversity of players? Why are we not seeing as much diversity of referees? Maybe there's where referees are chosen by merit. What's the process? What's the, you know what I mean? Trust them. Like the refereeing, how they choose the referees. And that needs to be revised. That's why I'm trying to get it. 100%. And also, do you think? I have a quick question for you. Do you think we need referees that only specialize in VAR? The game could benefit on that, or do you want referees that sometimes are in VAR and they're on the field, and then another match day they're on the VAR team? Like, do you have an opinion on that?
I mean, I feel like the only reason they're doing it this way is because they've not found the right people to sit in the box yet. Do you understand what I mean? So they're rotating referees because referees need something to do. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel like they do need a dedicated team, a team that knows exactly what lines to draw, a team to know exactly what angle to look for. Maybe that is what maybe that's what the confusion is, because every week we've got a different set of eyes. So every week we've got a different subjectability. So maybe you are right. Maybe we do need a set team that can be there for each game, but I don't think, would that be possible though? You got to understand that this is going, unless they have a dedicated studio somewhere. You know what I mean? It's have to be one dedicated studio for the whole day where all VAR decisions go through, but it can't happen that way, because you know what as well, they'd have to be watching each game, so that's why you can't have a dedicated team, I think, really.
I hear you.
You have to be able to watch all these games.
Either way, they need to find a way to improve, because right now, for in Arteta's words, it's a disgrace.
He said more than that, bro. He said more than that.
I don't want to mess up the monetization, you know.
No, Lucas makes a good point here. We do need to eliminate human error. Yeah, it's not just the human error point of it, yeah, because you know what?
Yes,
VAR was brought in to just like any clear and obvious incorrect decisions it was supposed to clean up, yeah. But certain things they can't even see if it's clear and obvious, and that's what the problem is, yeah. When a man's to the floor and not even touching a player, what that should be going down as is a yellow card for that guy for diving. Do you know what I mean? That's what really should be happening, because he didn't even get touched. The Wolves game is the one that really annoyed me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. The Wolves one, the Man United one, like, I mean, I can understand why that's given, but the Wolves one, they kicked the floor twice. Yeah. They kicked the floor twice, and VAR is just making a mockery of this, bro. The Arsenal game,
it is.
We still can't see if it's out or not. Yeah. If we can't have bird's eye view cameras across the line, why not? Why can't we have that? How much money do the Premier League make, bro? We should be able to have cameras everywhere.
They could afford some drones to always be flying over them things also as well. You know, it's like, they've officiating is way, way below par for a league that wants to always self-proclaim to be the #1 league in the world. Yo, look at the comment from was it from Mr. Adol 28. There was a very, very good comment, and now it's disappeared. It was anyway. The technology has no problem. This is from BSB. The technology has no problem. It's the people using it for their agenda. Anyway, that's related to the comment that Mr. Adol said, and I believe it was something about we need to also do some vetting of the referees and find out what team they support. We need to like some thorough, there's gotta be even more thorough like checking of that.
What I'm saying, bro, this is why I feel like there should be, look, if a team from England and Spain are playing against each other, why can't you get a German league referee to come? Why can't it be standard that the referee is from a complete different country than the teams that are playing? Why? That's an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Honestly, that's a way to, for one, try to eliminate some bias. Yeah. Because I always feel like referees are a little bit biased towards the home team. And I mean, sometimes that benefits us, obviously, but in situations like last week, earlier this week, we really don't want that.
I hear you. My apologies. It's Adol. Is that how you pronounce his name? I don't know where I got the A from, but I sincerely.
I apologize. All right. Then, let's get to the third thing. Everybody knows. Well, actually, no. I don't know if everybody knows, because last week I think I went in a whole complete different direction with this one. Bro, what is your ugly this week?
Bro, I gotta say right now, the news are heating up about Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the Glazers. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Things are happening. Reports are coming out. It's like Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is hopeful of completing a deal to buy a minority stake in Manchester United over the next fortnight. It's even rumored that Paul Mitchell is the favorite to become the sporting director at Manchester United, and is fully, like, the club is aware of this, per Fabrizio Romano.
Bro, is that not a good thing? Is that not a good thing, though?
It's looking ugly right now. It's looking ugly because here's the thing, Joe. Here's the thing.
Wait. I disagree. I fully disagree with you, by the way. Yeah.
Tell me why you disagree.
Bro, my argument was there from last week, innit? Yeah. It's the only silver lining we have.
Working on Hope FC, Hopium.
What else have we got to do, bro? Listen, and like people said, if you've checked Nice this season, it might have taken them some time to get there. But check Nice this season, undefeated in the league. That's crazy. Yeah, it's taken them about 3 or 4 years to get them there, but they're undefeated in the league against the likes of PSG. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Top of the league, man.
I hear what you're saying, but right now, because obviously there's all these non-disclosure agreements that they have, so there's a lot of speculation, and we don't know the really fine print of the terms and details of the contract. You know, so for me, you know, if Sir Jim is gonna come here and have this 25% stake that will not grow, we don't know exactly what's going to happen with that. Is it going to just remain 25 forever, or is it going to be for 3 years? Is it going to be for 5 years? We don't know, but we can work with what the speculation that, okay, this guy will not make an investment. He got to where he is because of smart investments as well. You know, so you know, he's got to have some financial, you know, knowledge to be able to judge a deal and say, I think this is a good deal, I'm gonna go for it. You know,
look, clearly the man is a billionaire, fam. Yeah, of course he's got financial knowledge. Yeah, there is no way he became a billionaire by being stupid. Yeah, let's be real. That. Yeah, and the first thing that we have to look, he hasn't got control of the finances anyway. He's got control of the footballing. Yeah, the footballing control. That's what he's got 25% for. Yeah, so forget about the business side of him. It's all about the footballing decision that he makes going forward now. Yeah, like we have to look at what he has done before, and with the likes of Nice, I think if you watch the debate on KG's show earlier this week, yeah, I think it was Connor, and I can't remember the guy's name that lost.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, his voice was really low.
KG won technically, but it was Connor really that won, isn't it? Yeah. But Connor was saying, look, at the end of the day, yeah, if he's taken them this far, why can't we hope for the same thing? And hopefully he's learned from that situation as well. This is one point that I wanted to add. Hopefully he's learned from that knee situation. Okay. And knows how to do it quicker and faster now. Do you know what I mean? The fact that he questioned the Casemiro thing is actually a good thing. Everybody was complaining about it, but he questioned the Casemiro deal. And do you know what, bro? Giving a 30-something-year-old a 5-year deal is stupid. That is a stupid deal. And
I hear you.
Going forward, at least.
But Joe, my argument is 25% with a promise to buy more. A vague promise to buy more and fix a roof is looking a little ugly to me.
No. Wait a second.
This is looking a little ugly right now at this moment.
No.
Don't go anywhere.
Listen, I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah. You just said that you think that Sir Jim is a good businessman. Yeah, clearly, because he's a billionaire, right?
Yeah, so I have to agree with that. Yeah.
I think like Connor mentioned this earlier, right?
Yeah.
Earlier in the week, he said that do you think that he wouldn't have any assurances in these contracts? Remember, they're not just saying things and shaking hands, you know, bro. They are signing contracts. Yeah, they're handing over big wads of cash.
Yeah.
Things are going
with
to be
the glazers, by the way. Yes.
Not saying look, the only thing that I'm fearful of is that they're saying, like, okay, there's a promise to revisit this in the future.
That's exactly what happened, bro. The Glazers are on some. We you know, that's the whole thing. It's like, what are the terms? We need clarity on that. And right now we're only speculating. But big up to guys that are just tuning in. By the way, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Let's get this channel to 35K. We need to return
that. That'll be live, yeah.
You know,
down to 35K. Come on, people. Let's do it. Come on,
let's do it for kilograms. but also we are going to open the lines too and talk about this, because like I'm still like unconvinced, Joe, at this moment. And is it you know, the thing about it is Sir Jim Ratcliffe, right?
Yes.
I understand. I'm trying to imagine, you know, a future of Man United with Sir Jim Ratcliffe taking taking control of the sporting things, because at the end of the day, we've been spending money every transfer window. We cannot lie about that, especially in the summers, right? So if there's actually somebody who's like, as we mentioned, Paul Mitchell, and he brings in the problem may not be as big as we thought. It may just be getting somebody in recruitment, getting a CEO, and then a director of football that know what they're doing with the resources that are allocated to them.
This is what I'm saying. That's what we have to be hopeful for. You put him in the ugly category, but you know what? Yeah, so he could be the answer. He could be the answer.
Oh man, it's still an ugly answer because the Glazers are behind Sir Jim. You
never know, bro. Yeah, give it a year or two, and if he starts getting more and more control, then we can start being like,
true.
All right,
true.
Let's see what happens in it. Give him. You know what you got to do? Treat him like a manager. Give him time. How much time are we going to give Sir Jim? Yeah, because at the end of the day, he's coming. He's going to be in charge of the football and the sporting director. I mean, the sporting matters at Man United. Yeah. So how long would you give him? Treat it like a manager.
2 years.
You're going to give him 2?
2 years.
I think that's a good point. Don't get me wrong. I said 2 years, but
2 years to read what impact does this 25 mean? Because at the end of the day, we're asking for clarity on the terms of the deal, but we know for sure that we're not gonna get all the things. We're not gonna know everything. How involved the Glazers will be, on how not involved they will be. That's really the main thing, because they usually slow things down. You know what I mean? They're usually on some that they want to just collect profits. They'll just have very, very, very low demands for the club. And if we are consistently 4th or 5th now, because that is also potentially a Champions League position, that's fine by them. But that's not the standards that the fans have, that we have.
Well, listen, this is the thing, innit? The Glazers have been dragging down the standards for ages. But you know what? With that being said, let's try and get some of these people on now.
Let's go.
Always first in. So let's drop him in. Man, let's have on. What are you saying, bro?
Yo, man.
Glazer. Hey, listen, if you're Pavram, them men are calling me Joe Glazer too. So your family. Your family. What's going on? You all right?
Yeah, good, man. Look, I want to, because you brought up the Ratcliffe thing, I think I might as well start with that. Everyone is talking about it. You're all speculating. I don't know why you're coming up with these hopes and dreams, because that's what it is. You're saying that they're going to do this, they're going to have this and this contract, but none of you know. None of you are going to ever know what the contracts are. All you lot doing is speculating, and you're putting yourself in that same position where you're going to be going around in circles like we have since 2005 with the Glazers. So you might as well say what Botswana's doing. Like, we're just going to have to sit here and wait and see what he does, because like your show, it could be good, it could be bad, and it could be ugly. We don't know. And none of us as fans, none of us should be sitting here thinking that this guy is going to do this, because we know what his plan is. There's no chance in hell of a new stadium happening until the Glazers are fully out. Why would a man with 25% invest so much money, right? Because he could get backstabbed by the Glazers. We don't know. We don't know what the contracts are. There's no point speculating. We're just going to have to see what it is, because there's no way that we can do anything about it now. We had our chance to do something about it. We're just going to have to sit here and see what happens. What I want to see is, because of the way the deal is, I just want to see a good team. I want to see a world-class team on the pitch. And if he's not going to do that, then I don't care about anything else. I honestly don't. Like Russia said in previous shows, bruv, I want to see a structure. Like, I'm already seeing what's happening with the club now. We're trying to get rid of all the high earners. Like, the club, the manager are snaking people like Varane. They're going to snake people like Casemiro. Sancho's going to be out the door. I already see what's happening. Get all the high earners out. Couple of the ones who could sell the shirts like Rashford and that will stay at the club, no doubt.
100%.
But we're about to enter a new direction where I've said previously many times, we will not see any world-class players come to this club unless we start producing them ourselves. It's a guarantee.
But this is what I'm saying, though, Pav. Don't you think, though? Let me just ask you this quick question, innit? Yeah, because this is what I'm saying. Like, I know it's all speculation, yeah, but isn't it better to be hopeful than
why? We've been hopeful for flipping 10 years, bro.
No, because
do we really want to go around in circles non-stop?
Let's stop your soundboard right now. Yeah, man's talking to this.
It's like a snake eating its own tail. It's like a snake eating its own tail, yeah? Non-stop.
Get out. You know, Pav, you know, this is where I'm seeing it, yeah. Being hopeful, yeah, is a good thing in the respect of, look, why are you gonna sit here and be upset all week, yeah, and think that we're never gonna be any better, we're gonna expect the worst. All I'm saying is expect the best. We've seen him actually.
Have you ever heard the expression, it's the hope that kills you? That's what happens in the end. You want to sit here and hope. Years have passed, and you're deflated again every other year.
Yeah, but you know what? But are you going to spend that whole time? Imagine you got 3 weeks before he comes in. Yeah, you're going to spend that 3 weeks just being upset, hoping the worst.
No, you don't need to be upset. You might as well just be real about it. You don't need to expect. You don't need to hope. You don't need to dream. Face the reality, right? The reality is that we're not that club, and it's going to take a lot of money, a lot of things going our way for us to get back to where we were. And if you think that Jim's going to do that quickly, it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen at all. I think we'll go down.
You don't think it's going to happen at all? You think you?
I don't think with this owner that it's going to happen at all. Like, this man's meant to be worth 30 billion, the richest man in the country. Yet you're telling me that you couldn't fork out, get a deal done to buy the entire club as a whole, because you're going to end up forking out more money anyway. If the club value rises, you're going to end up forking out more money in the future anyway to pay for this club entirely.
Club worth. I mean, the thing is, your worth is not the same as how much money you've got in it. Yeah, this is the difference between.
And let's be honest, bro. Look at the guy's age, bro. How many times have we said that? Look at the guy's age, bro. The amount of time, the amount of years it's going to take for this man to like change this club. This man could just like, you know, drop whatever, you know, to the floor, don't wake up again. Bro, who's going to take over what he's trying to do? Any of them are like, oh yeah, bun this, we're done. Like, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Look, all I'm saying to people is, yeah, we have to be a little bit hopeful. I know you're saying this.
Nah, bro, you can't. Stop hoping. Bro, we got to start living in the real world, man. You know the saying that we used to have, dare to dream, but it doesn't exist in Man United.
Have you never had hopes and dreams?
Of course I have, bro. But bro, look, listen. When it comes to football, yeah, we grew up Man United, dare to dream. That was our motto, bro. Yeah, dare to dream. That doesn't exist anymore with this club. That's been taken away from us. So don't say to us
nightmares,
hope, dream, and stuff here, because that don't exist. Like I said, everyone needs to just face reality. Stop hoping. Stop speculating. We're going to have to see what happens with this guy. But in my opinion, this man's not going to change us. And he keep going on about Nice. Bro, you see with these French clubs, yeah? 1 year you got Lille. 1 year you might have Nice. 1 year you might have Marseille. 1 year you might have Lyon. We always say, oh, look at where they are. They're top of the table. Bro, that league table changes every year. They do it because they want to sell their players, make money. Bro, why do we keep saying, look at what he's doing with Nice now? Bro, their fans have been cussing this guy for about 4 years.
Yeah,
the captain's been cussing. The captain was cussing Ratcliffe. Yeah, no, but next year, doing that, we're happening next year. They'll be back in the gutter.
You cut out. Say that.
I said, what Nice are doing now, it won't be happening next year, because this is what teams do there. It could be a different team, different year. Who's at the top of the table, and we're like, oh, look at what this team's doing, look at what that team's doing. It changes every year, so stop comparing what's happening at Nice now and what Ratcliffe might do with Man United, because it won't happen. We're about 10 years behind most clubs.
I think the debate is done, Mendem. In the chat, please put your scores between Hope FC and Pav FC. I think I have my score right here.
People put who you think, it's not even a really debate like that. If you want to put who you think won to talk it, but I don't even think it's a debate.
No, it's not a debate. It's just like me trying to tell people to just like face reality. Stop dreaming about what Ratcliffe might do. Stop dreaming, because you lot are hurting yourselves. You're going to be hurt again, like we have in the past 10 to 15 years.
I'd rather be happy than hurt, than just be sitting in this bliss of we're this rubbish team and that nothing's ever going to get better. If we don't have hope, how can you not have hope for a better future? Yeah, you're trying to live in depression, fam. Honestly, yeah.
Honestly, I won't be like depression. Yeah, it's long gone for me with this club, bro. Right, what we're coming into, bro. That's an entire new entity. Like, I'm not even gonna have any hope. I'm not gonna be dreaming. I'm just gonna let it play out and see what happens. But I'm not gonna praise this guy Ratcliffe, because if you're a true Man United fan, you would have stepped down anyway. Because you know for a fact Qatar would have changed this around a lot quicker. What you're doing is you're trying to act like the savior when you're not the savior, right? And in 3 to 4 years, you're expecting us to wait for you to see if you actually buy out the Glazers or not. Nah, get out of it, man.
But boy, guess what? He's here, bro. He ain't going nowhere. You can keep clapping all you want, but guess what?
Of course, he's here. Now that he's here, bring in your people, Paul Mitchell. Get them 2 idiots out the club, yeah? Mata and Arnold, yeah? The same man who said at the start of the beginning, we're closing the gap of Man City. Get these idiots out of here. Put the right people in, and I'll see how it plays out. But I'm not backing this guy because you took away a dream of a lot of fans from a decent ownership, and you've got yourself into bed with the Glazers. Like I said to KG, he could have all the right intentions, right, yeah, Ratcliffe, but you're always going to have Glazer interference. And that's why I can't have any hopes and dreams. So I don't understand why you people have the same. Face reality, man.
Well, at the end of the day, man, you know what, Pat? I have to pick you up and say thanks as always for passing through and speaking.
No worries, man.
Big up, Pav.
Pav is always against me, by the way, but I love it. I'm not to it. I will lose every week if I have to. If no one has faith in me, I'm the worst lawyer, apparently. So you know what?
No, we have to check the score on the chat as well. I think
Okay, most people say that I'm landslide. Little Yo-Yo says, Pastor Joe, don't go anywhere. You know what, Pav? Pav. I'm an idiot. You know, someone actually wanted to talk to Pav. Actually, I shouldn't have let him go anywhere. I should have let him have it out with this other guy. You know that everybody the guy that knows everybody's father is there. It's Uncle Sommy.
Hey, gentlemen, how are you guys doing?
Big up, Uncle.
How you doing, Uncle? How you doing? My uncle.
Good. Man, I've just been hearing Pav say a lot of shit, man, and it's like you say so many things, and then you end up with, let him bring his people in, let's see what they're gonna do. Yeah. That's hope. That's hope at the end of everything you said. If you're not expecting anything, then don't even say, let him bring his people in, right? So I'm gonna start from what he said about Ratcliffe taking away the hope and getting into bed with Glazers, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he has been in business negotiations, but if you have any experience of business negotiations and getting contracts done and all of those things, it's not as black and white as you see it, right? From the experience I've had in the industry in general, right? At a point, it was very obvious that the Glazers are not going to sell. They never wanted to sell fully. And that's why from the beginning, they said strategic alternatives. Yes, and even Jim Ratcliffe had initial plans of fully buying the club. And initially, Ratcliffe wanted to buy out the club, right? But the Glazers said, we are not going to sell, right? Now, I think it was even more foolish for Sheikh Jassim to insist that he wanted to buy out fully when the Glazers never wanted to fully sell. I think Sheikh Jassim should have come up with a plan to invest slowly with a long term, exactly what Jim Ratcliffe is doing, right? Start small. Little by little until you eventually buy. Because if you go back to when the Glazers took over, that was exactly what they did. They came in little by little, and over time, they then bought the majority of the shares. That's how you do business. You don't say it's either what I want or nothing. No, you're not going to have it your way every time. And I think at the end of the day, Jim Ratcliffe was the smartest person on the table. because he said the Glazers are never going to sell. They never had any plans of. You think the Glazers don't want to keep their part of the shares and make money off whatever profit is going to come, right? They're also business people, and they knew that they're not going to make. If they sell, they're not going to make any potential money that's going to come. Champions League is going to expand, right? There may be a talk of some other competition. TV rights is going to go up, maybe the next deal, right? So these are potential avenues for Man United to make money. Why would the Glazers want to sell everything they had?
That's exactly
what they were never going to sell.
That's exactly what I wanted to ask you, Uncle. Like, don't you think they'll never let go of they just gave Sir Jim just a small little piece because they needed a cash injection? So the Glazers are the real winners right now because they notice that football in America is going to grow. Messi's here. The World Cup is going to be in America as well. And it's a bigger financial gain for them, even if they still give Sir Jim 25.
So I'll tell you this, right? I hate the Glazers. Okay, let's start from that. And ideally speaking, I want the Glazers to have nothing to do with this club, right? They've put this club through so much, and I want them to have nothing to do with the club. But we have to be realistic, okay? Now, a few years ago, the Arsenal supporters wanted their owners to have nothing to do with the club. True or false? Fast forward to this period. Fast forward to now, the same owners are there, but the structure has changed.
So did FSG.
You get me?
Yeah.
So did FSG. There was a time Liverpool wanted nothing to do with FSG. Fast forward a few years later, the same FSG are there, but the structure has changed, right? And I'm sure that's what Jim Ratcliffe is looking at and saying, if I can't really get these people out, I can at least change the footballing dynamics of the club. So that if in a few years' time he has managed to do it, if he comes out and say, okay, now I want to have a full takeover according to our agreement, and the Glazers want to go against him, he can. I mean, he's done a couple of interviews already, so we know that Ratcliffe is not someone that is afraid of coming out to speak his mind, right? He's going to come out and say, you guys have seen what I've done in the past few years. You've seen how much I've transformed the footballing structure of the club. And according to our agreement, I wanted the full takeover. Man U fans, what do you think? And if you and me have seen that within the few years of him being here, he's transformed the football structure, why wouldn't we want him to go ahead with a full takeover? You understand? Sometimes,
well, Uncle, let me ask you this though. Like what said as well, yeah. We're all alluding to the fact that the Glazers don't really want to let go of this club, correct? Yeah?
Yeah.
So don't you think, like you said, even little by little, yeah, they're probably going to stay here in some capacity, just relinquish control. You think that's what they're going for?
Yeah.
That's honestly what I think. They don't want to be. They don't want to let go of that money, that bag. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna completely let go. They're gonna still be here in some capacity. But if what they plan on happening eventually happens, right? Over the course of time, if Jim Ratcliffe, after the completion of this deal, if he ends up buying out the rest of the minority shareholders, he's going to become majority. So after this deal goes on, he doesn't need to worry about the Glazers shares again. He just needs to try to buy out the rest of the minority shareholders, and he becomes majority. So the Glazers, we are not going to fully kick out the Glazers if we want to. It's not going to happen. It's business. It's investment. These people have been investing maybe how many generations. After all, the Glazers that are here, it's not them that bought the club. It was their father that bought the club and passed it down to them, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a generational thing. And these people wouldn't see money. You and me wouldn't see a place where there's potential for money to be generated, and then you leave it because of sentiments. It's business. Let's be realistic about it. Right, we are fans. Those people are not fans. They are business people, right? And for them, it's business. And the truth be said, right? They are failing in the football areas. They are not failing in the commercial areas. Let's tell ourselves the truth, right? These people are commercial people. They've boosted the club. I don't know how a club can be failing so bad like this and still be the talk of the town, still be the one club that journalists will say they will give us clicks and views if we talk about them. It shows you that marketing is working. You understand?
It's the name, it's the size of the club, in it, bro. But
my point exactly.
I was hoping you was gonna say it was their father that gave it to them, and I know their father.
Oh,
pick up yourself, bro. Pick up yourself. I was hoping that's what he was gonna say when he said that. No,
I know. That would have been a good setup.
Oh my god! You know what? We've got a couple of super chats here that we need to get through.
Oh, yes. Let's give him the respect. Big up to Lucas. Oh, Joe.
Respect to your optimism and hope. Just a few more dollars for the roof, though. I hear you, bro, but it's listen. At the end of the day, look, just like Uncle just told you, man.
Yeah.
What else do you have to hope for? Yeah. At the end of the day, it's a business decision, and the fact, he actually just opened my eye to something as well. Why couldn't the before you share what he just gave you perspective on, by the way, guys, don't forget to hit the like button if you're just joining us. Subscribe if you haven't done so. The link is in the chat if you want to call in and have your say as well. Joe is about to give us what perspective did you just gain from that call? Go ahead, brother. Oh, you know what? Why couldn't Sheikh Jassim as well compromise just a little bit? It's like you said, it's a business deal. You can't always get it your own way. But you know what? Certain people, rich people apparently as well, especially, are used to getting their own way. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like he should have compromised a little bit on that as a businessman. Yeah, you should have compromised just a little bit and been like, okay, give me, 90% of what you've got, and you keep the other 10%. At least that way you're still making some P. I know you don't want to lose the club completely or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like 90% of the shares that you own, I know it's like 60% or something like that they have in it, or whatever, 60 to 70%, roughly between that. But 90% of the shares that you own, so you can keep 10%, keep collecting some dividends, and sit there looking pretty. Because that's what they want. They want to be able to still collect dividends. Yeah, they want control. That's why they haven't given up so much. It's a hard decision to make, but people have to remember as well. Yeah, there's other people in the club that have shares. Why don't you buy shares off of them too?
So Sir Jim could just be waiting to get them shares from them people and slowly build it until he does a coup.
You never know.
I see where you're going with your conspiracy theory, bro. Let's go to the next super chat real quick.
Who's next? Troy Superstar, go on. So Black, of course, we should have hope. Any change must solicit hope. When Ten Hag came, we had hope. Hope springs eternal. Radcliffe, we are hoping on you. Let's go. Drop another one.
How many times did Troy say hope? Oh Lord.
Because that's what we gotta do, fam. We're sipping at the hope.
Too much hopium for me.
Nah, man, we have to have the hope, bro. Let's get through some of these. Next, Troy Superstar again says, let's get real. We need to stop talking about the Glazers. And Troy Superstar again says, Ten Hag out, no way back. Come on, Luton. Nah. Let me take that off the screen. How dare you, Troy? Come on.
Get right here, man.
Listen, even though you want Ten Hag out, you should never want Man United to lose. You don't want it. Just hope the manager performance just does it by himself. You don't ever want Man United to lose, bro. That's a terrible outlook. Come on.
Damn, Troy. So that means Troy celebrated the Copenhagen game. Troy, you're a disgrace.
Troy, did you celebrate the loss at Copenhagen?
If you did, you're a disgrace, Troy.
Let me know. Let's bring up another guy that's always here. Yo. AKA Mr. Seven Kids Deep, AKA Red Devils Down Under. How we doing, bro?
Oh, no, it's pretty bleak at the moment. I have to admit, just the way things operating. Like, look, I have to agree with some of what Pav said, to be honest. But there are some caveats with that. Like, this club has run so many fans into the ground. Like, I've seen on socials, like, so many people saying, I just can't follow the club anymore. Like, you get your hope up year after year. You're expecting a turnaround. We've seen the cycles under the Glazers. You know, first year we spend, we look good. Boom. The second year we fall flat. Manager goes. We repeat the cycle. It's like one of those toxic relationships, you know, that you just never break up with the missus, and you know the bedroom action's lit, but you're not compatible as a person. You know what I mean, though. You know what I mean.
Yeah, we know that.
You throw down and it's earth shattering, but it's like they're the worst person you could possibly have as a person.
Yeah,
and this is what United is to a lot of fans now. If Pav, I'm not trying to call out here, but if Pav's so dejected, why still follow the club? That's where my head is at the moment. Like,
have hope, right? If you don't have hope, why do you follow a team? Every week we hope our team's gonna win, right?
Yeah.
No, Pav's point was more like we've been running on hope, though. We gotta try and run on something else.
His tank's empty. He's switching from LPG to electric car. Honestly, like I feel like he needs a battery just to juice himself up. But I mean, look, I love his views. Like, he's clearly still passionate, but he's just given up on any hope of getting back to the top. Now, that's where I have a lot of issues, because the fans for so long, you know, hashtags, protests, and whatever else, trying to get the Glazers out, but we all know they don't care. The full sale only, the Qatar in, Glazers out, that hashtags on Twitter are never going to work. Protesting outside the stadium was never going to work unless it was in the tens of thousands, the hundreds of thousands regularly, like Liverpool and the Super League settings. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only way that they could have had any kind of impact. But even then, they're multi-billionaires. They've been getting their dividends for a decade, like even longer, to be honest. But it's like I'm not so dejected to the point where I'm just not going to follow the club. But it's like I'm not even optimistic about Ratcliffe, to be honest. Like any change in a footballing, it's like any change in a footballing direction has to be better than what our current situation is. That's facts as it is. But I mean, look. Laurent Blanc wasn't he at PSG?
Listen, yeah.
Now, has PSG succeeded domestically? Yes, but it's not hard to have a modicum of success in Liga, and all you need is like 200 million, the right players, and you can make Champions League every single year. It's that easy, honestly. So. Don't forget, we're only 11, 12 games into this season for Liga, and Nice are on top. They could fall away. It's literally like Aston Villa are sitting up top at the moment in the Prem, but they'll up near the top. Sorry, there's no doubt they're going to drift away at some point. It's just that the quality rises to the top in the end. Anyway, sorry for ranting. But look,
no, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
No, it's like me. My sort of, I'll have a leaving point. No recklessness from me, because I think my sin bin count is, I've run out of fingers and toes to count, so it's getting a bit long out of here, bro. But look, it's I'm here all week. The final thing is, look, the only situation we can look forward to is that there can be some sort of change. Now, I don't think Ratcliffe would be so invested if there wasn't some path to eventual takeover. So all of these cynics saying that, you know, it's not going to change, the Glazers are going to be here forever. He clearly has a plan, and there's something that clearly the Glazers will contractually be obliged to, because there's no way he's going to throw this amount of money over this amount of time to be, you know, rorted out of it in the end. So there is some hope at the end of the tunnel, and let's just hope that it's the right way we're going. So
yes, brother. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, big points.
Yeah, the man is not an idiot. Yeah, he's not an idiot. Big up to you, Josh. Hey, AKA 7 Kids Deep, AKA Mr. Down Under himself. Oh my God,
Mr. Oh my God, 7 Kids Deep.
For real though, you have to think that this guy's got to have something contractually agreed to. You can't be this hope that he's not living on hopium like we are. He's living on reality, innit? Yeah. So there must be something.
Yeah,
there.
I see it. I see it, Joe.
I don't want it to be the whole subject of the show, but you know what? Let's be real. You people need to come on, man. Why are you gonna be so depressed for? Let's lift ourselves up and hope for the best, innit? Yeah.
Yeah. Look at GB's comment. GB says, me, you, Joe, Papi would do well, and a few others would do well in the French league. Dude. And also Troy's super chat. We have to read Troy's super chat.
There's a couple more super chats. 1 second. Okay, after his last one, he said, to be very clear, I'm supporting Luton to win.
No way, Boy, what the hell, boy?
Troy.
And then
that's all I'll say about that.
You read this one because I'm tired of reading the super chats. You read the super chat.
Troy says you can't buy the Glazers out. They own all the Class B shares that 10 times the voting rights to maintain control. Don't care who owns the club, just want a good manager.
You know what, Troy? You know what'd be interesting? Who do you think is a good manager? Or did actually? I say when you had a debate with KG, he said like Brighton manager, didn't he? Zerbi. He said
he wanted the Zerbi. Well, then we're gonna fall into the same Man United cycle. You know, as soon as De Zerbi things don't go well with him, then we're gonna try and look for another stopgap and people.
I want to address this. I'm sorry, it's not the same about KG. Of course, it's not. I'm not KG. He ain't KG. But do you know what? It's a whole new show. KG will be back during the week as usual. But if you can just stop along, join in, we'd appreciate it as well. Drop a like on your way through. That's all we ask, innit? Well, if you like it. Anyway,
he is here, so
maybe you just said that and dipped. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. Peace.
Right.
Let's get Condino quickly. Still the up.
Can you just come back? Can you just come back to me for a second?
Man's busy. All right, Connor, what you saying, bro?
Oh, bro, I just tuned into the morning show and that. Definitely not just woken up.
Yeah. You don't sound like it. Yeah, you sound like you just rolled out of your bed.
I've not even rolled out of bed. I'm still laying.
You're so too. I'm about to say, you're so too. Your feet probably stick out your bed, innit?
Nah, I curl up and that's that way I don't, fall out.
How you doing anyway today, bro?
I no longer need your Indeed help. Job has been secured.
Got a new job, yeah?
Yeah, big up Greg's. The goodest the Greg's job.
Hey, listen. After you have Greg for now, yeah, that's a nice little side job, yeah. But me and you gonna talk still. We're gonna hook you up with a better job than that, bro. Yeah, Greg's is like your stepping stone to greatness.
I'm getting free steak bakes. I'm happy. Give me my steak bakes.
Yes, Connor.
The bad is I only have £25 a week on an employee discount. Oof, disgusting. I'm just doing the good, the bad, and the ugly on my Greg's job.
What's the ugly, Connor?
I need to find out what Greg's you work at so I can come around and try and get some free Greg's.
If you come up, I will give you free Greg's.
Anyway, listen, talk to me, bro. How do you feel about this week? I mean, you had some strong views on the whole.
I'm in a positive mood for it because what else is there to be? Oh, I'm going to be negative about everything. I'm negative about most things. I'm negative when I don't get more than 3 goals against KG on FIFA.
This guy, he's always dropping the fatality.
Yeah, it's always a bit of fun when you can do it.
Why you always do it? They come on, they just slightly drop the, they're like, oh yeah, but I beat KG by 5 0. Oh, I beat Joe Black like 6-9-0. They was.
I know.
About something else, bro. Right? What you saying though?
Realistically, Ratcliffe coming in. Ratcliffe coming in and taking football control, in my mind, is like giving a blind man new eyes so he's able to see. because United we're like blind men sometimes in transfer windows. Like Ragnick, what was it when he was here? Wanted to go out and get Tuchemene, Julian Alvarez, and Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah.
He wanted them three people to come in, and what's Julian Alvarez done? He went and won the treble, won the World Cup. Enzo Fernandez, okay, he's not at the best of starts, but it's what it is. He went Chelsea. And then also Tuchemene, he's at Real Madrid now winning Champions Leagues. And what? You're going to tell me that them three clubs don't know what they're looking for in players, but United all know we know what we need to get. Like, genuinely, I'm so annoyed we got rid of Ragnick. I think it was more the players than it was Ten Hag in my, if you're thinking about it, because like KG said yesterday, Ten Hag's worked in the system of having someone above him that goes out and gets the players that he wants. Because when you look at it, right?
You never know. Managers are very cocky people, you know. They believe they can do a good job themselves. You know, I mean, if a man backs himself, he will just back himself anyway. Yeah. At the end of the day, if he thinks that, listen, I think the players that I have in mind are good enough. Maybe right now he's starting to realize that he needs some help because some of the players that he has as second choices and things like that are just been not the best. Let's be real.
See, I'm not sure about that, to be honest with you. I think it was more the players saying to the staff and that, listen, we'll play with the new manager, we'll support the new manager, but we won't support Ragnick because of the way he called him out. I genuinely think that's more of a realistic scenario. The players getting upset that they got called out. Like, look at Sancho.
Yes,
for me, Conor, it was a red flag for me to just hear that Ten Hag did not want to work with Rangnick. You know, I don't know if he actually like specifically said those words, but that rumor came out that, well,
yeah.
You know, so
but, like, there's been quite a lot of rumors at United over the years, haven't there? Like, when you look at certain rumors, like Sancho's players were apparently upset because they have to drive home in the dark. Like, their Rolls Royces don't have headlights. You know, like your Mercedes don't have headlights. Like, you've got to have candle outside the car so that way you're able to see where you're going.
Yeah. When it's winter time in England, yeah, by the time you get home from your 9 to 5, it's dark outside. I don't know about anywhere else in the world.
It's dark at 4.
There you go. Yeah. Listen, you better get used to the dark, yeah. What happened to commitment? What happened to people wanting to stay behind after training and just do their best?
Right, first one in, last one out. That's the type of mindset you need to be. Not first one in, social media messages about being bullied, and then first one out.
Even that Ronaldo example that Sir Ferguson always gave about him staying behind and him leaving the lights on and paying someone to leave the lights on so he can take his free kicks. You know, that kind of dedication is what's lacking from more football in our team right now.
Do you know what? I feel like with United, I feel like I could make a PowerPoint about most of the issues. Well, I'm not in college anymore, so I don't have the time to do that.
You got a job now, bro. You got to concentrate on that. Yeah.
I've got to concentrate making sure I don't burn people's sausage rolls.
Hey, them steak bakes, man. You're gonna get robbed for the steak bakes. Man's already put the messages. Yeah.
Well, you're gonna be sliding in the DMs asking for a discount code.
But nah. What do you think about the game today as well?
Yeah,
what's the score?
Has little Yo-Yo been on and said that we're going to win 20-0?
You know what? Little Yo-Yo, are you actually going to jump on today? Because I think we've got time for a couple more calls, but that's
you just need to come on and say we're going to win 20-0 and then you can leave it back. That's all we need to hear from you.
But okay, if he says it, then what do you think we're going to win by?
Oh, I think we're going to win about 5-0. It's Luton. Like, Liverpool went there and got bullied. That's because Darwin Núñez can't score an open net. Let's not pretend he can. Like, he beat the keeper in that Europa League match and then was like bang off the post. Then he was 2 yards out against Luton and missed that chance, didn't he?
Yes.
You know, and we have to remember they have Chong and Menji there. Them two, they're just going to be like, oh yeah, it's United. They can score. You know, what's the difference between losing an extra match going down anyway?
Right.
We won't hear from you today.
I'm at the gym, so there's better noise around me. Or is KG on the treadmill or something and stuff for him?
Yeah, actually, no, Yo-Yo and KG are probably at the gym.
Sat there at the gym together.
Hey, he came anyway. All right, listen.
Yeah, bro. Get Coutinho in the. Only give him a minute though. Coutinho's only allowed a minute.
Bring up yourself though, bro. You good, yeah?
Big up, Conan, bro. Respect on that achievement. You deserve some accolades, brother. When one of our reckless delegates wins, we all win. We're a family here. Big up to y'all, man. It's a big step in the right direction. Yes, Conan.
Conan as well. He was the FIFA king till he got dethroned by Pav still.
Oh shit.
We've got 2 more corners, people, then we out.
Yes.
Next guy in. We all know him. We all hate him.
Big up. I was in Tesco's. I messed up with my voucher. I had a voucher and I messed up. I put it in the hole. So I messed up. So yeah. Nah, I think I got let off with over the price. So yeah. To be quite honest, if you don't beat Luton, you man are done. You man are actually done.
That's when Ten Hag is done. If we don't,
and I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
There will come to a point. You know how when a person gets given power, someone gets given power, they don't want to let go of that power. That's what's happened to Ten Hag. You man are going to have to choose. It's like a mum and a dad between the relationship. When if they clash, what's his name? The former Monaco.
Who's the dad?
The technical manager. I think the technical manager is the English guy who's coming in, and Ten Hag is the mom, and then the dad is Ten Hag.
Well, you know what though? What are you saying then? So you're saying on the weekends I'm going to be with Ten Hag, and during the week I'm going to be with
You need to realize this. When you were talking about Sheikh Jassim, he's very stubborn. Arabs are very stubborn. You need to realize that if you've ever interacted with Arabs, I have Arab parents, and I'm an Arab. Arabs are very stubborn, and they have too much pride. That's why he wants all the power. Arabs want all the power, as you can see in the Middle East. They don't want to share the power.
They don't want to say 25% power type situation.
No. Okay. He wants all the power.
Continue. I'm always curious, actually. What would you say is good, bad, ugly, and Man City, real quick?
For real.
Yeah.
The good is the manager. The bad sometimes is the board, because we have a release clause merchant. You can't negotiate at car boot sale sometimes, or at an auction. He can't negotiate. He's a release clause merchant. That's why we should have been all the Szoboszlai deal. I don't know why he wasn't all over that. And sometimes the fans as well is the bad because the old school fans have kind of a loser mentality sometimes. They keep on living in the past, and they don't want to raise their expectations. And the old school fans don't want to raise their expectations. That's the problem.
Listen, let me see if you choose the right ugly, because there's one thing that I think is.
I think the ugly is the old school fan. It's the old school fans.
The ugly situation. Hey. Are you sure the ugly is not the fact that you guys are facing all them charges though? What about them charges though?
They're getting dropped. If you know politics, they're getting dropped. They're getting dropped. I'm not worried.
The time's up. 115 charges. We will be there. We will be there when you get relegated.
To be honest, I gave him too much time. I don't want to your fault, What you're asking about his team for? Who cares about Man City, man? Who cares? That's your business. Ask him in your own time.
But it was curious. I never heard the grievance about the board, from a City perspective. That was interesting, But anyway, 120 charges added, says Kenny Fan TV.
We've got a little bit more super chats, and then we're going to get to the last call.
All school fans, all 5 of them, says Corner. Big up to you, Corner. Big up to also Mark in the building, MUFC Realist TV in the building as well too. Big up to you, Mick. Who's the next one?
With a super chat with Tell KG £30 super chat if we lose to Luton.
Trust the process. All of them, son. I don't
know if that should be saying nah.
Get out of here,
man. What's KDN?
Coutinho.
Coutinho, well said. Been telling them to cut Ten Hag loose. Yeah, well, you know what? The familiarity. The familiar. You know where you and him must connect up then, because you must be a Man City fan then, fam. He's a Man City fan. Then you saying that you support him, like,
right,
that's
Troy.
my thoughts. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like a Man City fan. Yeah, that's what you realize. But anyway, last guy. Hopefully, he comes with the noise. Let's go. Drum roll, please.
Let's get the drum roll.
Yeah. Inside. We gotta keep it very nice and quick because I'm at the gym and I don't want you guys to lose monetization because of the noise in the background.
Yeah, copyright music, fam.
So you know what we're gonna do? It's gonna be 20-0 and Yo-Yo out.
20-0. What a crackhead prediction, bro. Come on.
It's just good luck prediction, yeah. If, like Connor said, if he says it, then we're gonna win. We're gonna win, innit? Yeah. I don't know where Connor was coming with this 5-0 talk though, because the only time we scored 4 goals is when we lost.
Yeah. What's crazy about that is he says 20-0 when he has the picture of we don't have the capacity to win. Like that. That's why I was like, what's the process there? You know.
But it's been a good show though, man.
Yes.
What do you think about today? Do you think we're gonna win?
I think we will win, Joe. Comprehensive 3-0 victory. I think, you know, we Rasmus Haaland is due a goal in the Premier League. So this is gonna be a Rasmus like brace and Rasmus brace and then maybe Bruno also to score. So 3-0 is my prediction. What is your prediction, bro?
My prediction, I mean, 3-0 will be nice, but I'm predicting like a 3-1 because I still think we're going to leak goals. It'll be nice to keep a clean sheet. But honestly, I think it's going to be something like 3-1 and Rasmus to score, Rashford to score.
Okay.
Maybe Rasmus to score twice and Rashford, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
That's
and then Tahith Chong gets the other one. All right. Yeah. I see what you did there.
So thank you for tuning in. We're going to be here every week, every Saturday, 11 o'clock. Please tune in where we can have your votes on what's good, bad, and ugly. And what we're going to try and do is as well is try and get like some control of KG's actual YouTube so we can start putting some votes in the chat so you guys can tell us what you think is good, bad, and ugly in it. Yeah. But guys, please like, share, and subscribe. You know who I am, Joe Blackman. You can find me on Backhand Entertainment. This is botswanapapi. You can find them at Football Power Hour every Friday. There's a quiz. Make sure you come and join in, people.
Yes. Yeah. The quiz was lit last night, by the way. You got to check it out. Yes.
And on that note, people, thank you for joining us. And we'll see you next week.
Get out of here, man.